of them don't have it, but I'll try explaining my best. They are all taken, all the advertisement for this talk particularly is taken from Pakistan, where religion, Islam plays a very important role. It was founded on the Islamic ideology as well. So they will be taking advertisement from there. And we'll also take one advertisement of Coca-Cola, which was released in Ramadan in US and other European market. So in a society where religion plays a more active role in constructing environment to provide this sense of belonging and help making big life choices to very small daily activities such as what to wear, where to eat, what to eat, how much money to spend, all those kind of things, it becomes a difficult and challenging task for global brand leaders such as McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Unilever to create an experience of social space within already acquired religious space, right? So with all this advertisement that we'll be talking about, I have taken mostly Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and Surf Excel from Unilever to showcase what all these brands are actually, how they are very successful in this market. So before we go deep into religious values and how brands are using them, let's talk about brand space so that we can know how branding actually working. So in order to produce a meaningful experience, a brand has to implement a certain set of strategies to shape the market. And these practices also shape the space in more systematic environment. They move away from classical, conventional form of advertisement to more of conveying the message and intangible feelings. So if you look at it, the advertisement that two printed that I have put on the slide, both are for Honda, Atlas Honda. One is done in 1967, and the other one is fairly recent. Both are same company advertisement, but different as the huge time difference here when they were released. So in this one, as you can see, it says like there's a student who's Honda crazed. He loves the power of the 90cc Honda, the reliable motorbike that won Japan's Best Design Award for 1967. Running cost 2.5 pesos a mile. I would love that right now, to be honest. And the spares are easily available. So in this ad is so much word and just one picture, so much word. It's all about tangible things. Why this is a good bike? It's reliable, its spare parts are available easily. And they're also telling you like, oh, it runs 2.5 peso per mile. It's like such a tangible thing to do. And this one here is talking about live for pleasure. 3 words, that's all, live for pleasure. But you look at it, you immediately go into the scene, you are thinking about, okay, what do they mean? Oh, I want to take a road trip on this bike through the mountain range. I want to look at all this beautiful scenery. I want to take pictures there. I want to post it on social media. I want to get a few more likes. You instantly take your mind on a journey when you look at the ad. The other one is talking about, first one is talking about the tangible ideas, where what you can actually get out of the product. It's about product quality and what product can do for you. The other one is what product can provide an intangible feeling, those emotions they are trying to convey, that what product is bringing is intangible stuff. So you are not investing in tangible market anymore. It's not. So when brand appears in this kind of space using the medium, any kind of medium, the message they're trying to convey in that form is more of intangible feelings, intangible goods that they are trying to convey, and they want you to achieve those rather than get bike. They're not selling a bike here, they're selling the pleasure. So it has been a really long time since the advertisement has moved away from basic product level advertisement, and now advertisement is all about campaign based branding. So they all want to create the brand where you will see all the brands, they follow the same structure, and most brand will keep it consistent. So it's like if Atlas Honda is going for live for pleasure, all of the other advertisement will somehow incorporate this idea of live for pleasure, because that's what their brand value is. Their brand value is about the pleasure this bike can provide you. and the freedom it can provide you. All right. Give me a second, my screen. Okay. All right. So how this is done? This is done through symbolism. So in the simplest way, if we put it, symbolism is when something represents something else. It's symbolism. As you can see, this image of Superman is not an as on my wall, it means hope. So what does it represent? So picture that we saw, the ad we saw, if you remember it, it was symbolizing the picture itself, showing the mountain range and everything. It was symbolizing and trying to make the connection that bike is that freedom. It was trying to connect it to the symbol, the bike itself, the Atlas Honda becomes a symbol of freedom, symbol of pleasure. So they are trying to make that connection with the audience. So symbolism is used for all kinds of stuff, and it exists everywhere. So it's not just in advertisement, it exists when you're on road, you see the sign, you follow the traffic rules. When you're watching a movie or anything, symbolism. When you were a kid, you probably use symbolism as well without even knowing. Like when I was a kid, I remember doing this and saying "Kachhi" means our friendship is over, and that was symbolism. Basically, that hand gesture was symbolism that we were trying to show that, okay, yeah, this is it. So symbolism exists everywhere, but in advertisement, it's more about like making that connection. So we use symbolism to make the connection between two things. And so just remember this part of symbolism, and all the advertisement you're going to see, you will be able to decode what's going on in there. Let's look at our first advertisement here. Okay, and after that, we're going to have a little more discussion. You guys can either talk it on mic or put it in chat, and I want to know what kind of symbolism you think is providing, and what kind of thing you were able to decode, and what kind of values this brand is trying to achieve. So this ad actually has subtitles, and it's a bit of a campaigning ad. So it's, as you can see, 2 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
मेरा बेटा अथर फुटबॉल का बहुत बड़ा फैन है। हमारे यहाँ की टीम में सिलेक्ट नहीं हुआ, लेकिन जिद नहीं छोड़ी उसने। फिर एक दिन,
मम्मी, मैं टीम में सिलेक्ट हो गया।
अरे वाह!
तो अब वो नए फुटबॉल शूज?
ऑफ कोर्स, डिजर्व करता है वो। हो जाए, प्रैक्टिस कभी मिस नहीं करता। इसीलिए आज मैच के दिन उसे सरप्राइज देने आई हूँ। अथर्व टीम में था ही नहीं, तो फिर वो नए शूज, वो रोज की प्रैक्टिस, क्यों? किस लिए?
आज भी क्या मस्त खेला है तू, सच्ची। और यहाँ एकदम मस्त। थैंक यू यार, इट्स ओके।
अथर्व,
मेरा दोस्त सूरज वो शूज नहीं खरीद सकता, इसलिए मैं अपने शूज रोज सूरज को देता था। थैंक यू यार।
आज मेरा अथर्व बिना खेले ही जीत गया। My son is ready for life.
Surf Excel believes sharing helps kids
Alright,
get
so-
ready for life. Encourage your kids to
You
share.
guys tell me what kind of thing you learned from this ad. Okay, people can turn on their mic if they want. And tell me if, looking at this ad, can you actually know that they were trying to sell you the detergent, Surf Excel is detergent, like, they're so proud of son's character. That's true. That's good. Yeah, we only see detergent while she is actually putting his dirty clothes in the washing machine. We see detergent on top of the machine, and then in the end, they just say, even at the very end, they say, Surf Excel believe the sharing prepare kits for live and those kind of things. They never try to sell you the detergent. They don't want to sell you the detergent. They want to sell you the value. Yes, trying to associate detergent with the wholesomeness of the, yes, exactly. So it's like this advertisement of a popular detergent brand, Surf Excel, and it's a product of Unilever. So it's well known in Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. And in this ad, we see a kid who has a great passion for football, but doesn't get selected in a school football team. So one day he comes home, tells his mother that like, oh, I got selected, but we all saw the story. It's completely taking you on a journey from the kid's perspective, from the mom's perspective, first of all, that, oh, mom is like, okay, very happy for his kid, for her kid. And then the kid is trying to help his friend who couldn't really afford the shoes, but was selected in the team. So now, which mother won't want her kid to have this kind of value, like this kind of character, like genuine selflessness and just trying to help each other, share. So when they are trying to sell you the detergent, they are not selling you the detergent, they are selling you this value. They are telling that like Surf Excel believes in this. If you believe in this and you think is this, then buy this product because we believe in it. And the same thing goes for today. When you're going out and you are like, why companies are spending millions and millions of dollars advertising to you that, oh, we are eco-friendly, we are green, we are this, we are that, because now people are conscious. People are not gonna buy product. There's a huge population that's not gonna buy product that is harming the climate. So they are spending millions and millions of dollars to create an advertisement that is telling you exactly that, okay, this is the value we believe in, and if you believe in this value, then buy this product. So they are not trying to basically create a new value. They are basically trying to get inside the value that already exists. So they are trying to incorporate themselves in the already existing social space. So what happens is when a brand try to incorporate themselves in a society where religion plays an important role, they don't try to create a new value. They don't try to create a set of value. The brand new values and try to create the audience. They know their audience, they know audience's value, what kind of value they have, what kind of social space and experience they have, and they try to just get into that by incorporating themselves, by situating and putting themselves in those value and just showing that, okay, we have the same value. And if you like that, and if you are the person who says that they prefer these values, then buy this brand. So this is the way. So they're not trying to create new things. So we have to first think about, so any kind of advertisement, they don't create value by themselves. They just go into already existing social space. In this process of brand halalization, or the process of halalization, before that, little bit, the advertisement that you saw, how emotional was it on a scale 1 to 10? Just type down your answer, 1 to 10, how emotional was it? 8. 8. Okay. 7.5. So we can say 7 and 7. So we can definitely say this ad was emotional, right? So they are trying to make the connection with emotion because we are all human. We tend to show emotion. We tend to express emotion. We tend to easily connect with those that show emotion. And some people who already know me, they would be like, someone you should learn from your own thing. But yeah, all right. So brand has long, as I said, long moved from tangible attribute to intangible attribute. And that is basically showing emotion, creating that emotion, and getting into the space that expresses those meaning. So this progression has allowed brand to get viewers interested in the content and fetishize not only the commodity it offered, but also the value it offered. So commodity is not the fetishism. Now it's like we have, if there are a few people here who are from communication, we learned in communication 130, 110 long ago, commodity fetishism. But again, when it comes to advertising, it's not the commodity that they are fetishizing, there's the value that is associated with it that they're fetishizing. That turns into commodity fetishism, and consumerism leads towards that part. Okay. So brand exercise a similar set of strategy in relation to integrating themselves in the society where religion plays the prominent role. And assist the consumer to acquire the profound feeling and understanding of Islamic value through the purchase of certain commodity. So when they say like, okay, yeah, if you want to practice this Islamic value, that's it, then purchasing this product will help you, lead you toward actually consuming, toward leading you toward acquiring that value that you are hoping to do. And in this advertisement of McDonald's, so this one I couldn't find a subtitle version of it, so I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna play it, cut it back, and just try to see what, try to just maybe get the feel of it and see what you guys learn.
मैकडॉनल्ड्स की मजेदार चिकन प्रोडक्ट्स बच्चों और बड़ों में यकसा मकबूल हैं। लेकिन कमाल की बात तो ये है, मैकडॉनल्ड्स की हर पैटी की ट्रेसेबिलिटी की जा सकती है। हम सप्लाई चेन प्रोसेस के हर मरहले पर बाकायदा शामिल होते हैं। ये सिलसिला शुरू होता है हमारे मेहनती और काबिल भरोसा सप्लायर्स के साथ, जो सख्ती से क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स पर अमल पैरा हैं, खास तौर पर जब बात हो समाजी जिम्मेदारी की, जिसमें एनिमल वेलफेयर और एनिमल फीड जैसे अवामिल शामिल हैं। इससे भी बढ़कर हमारी तमाम तर कोशिशें तहकीक में बरूए कार लाते हैं ताकि स्लॉटर हाउस से रेस्टोरेंट तक हर मरहले को मुकम्मल हलाल और तसल्ली बख्श बनाएं। हमारी तमाम चिकन प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए हाथों के जरिए चिकन से हड्डियां अलग की जाती हैं और हम सिर्फ चिकन के बेस्ट पार्ट्स का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, यानी सीने का गोश्त।
So you heard them say animal welfare. You heard them say, oh, they can actually like prove that everything is halal. You heard them say that they are very ethical. Well, it was in Urdu, but you basically, they say they are very ethical. They say they take care of everything. They say they can, you can basically verify everything that they are halal. Why they are doing that? It's like when you have to actually sell any kind of product in Pakistan, you have to go to government agencies that sees if your product is halal or not. And if you're selling it in Pakistan, that means you got that license. And that means that you are doing halal. And if you're not, then they are going to come to your door knocking and shut you down. But here we see them go through such hassle of actually telling you everything is halal, telling you that they are so ethical, telling you they actually take care of animals and everything. McDonald's is saying you that they care about animal welfare. McDonald's is saying you that, come on guys, at this point. So much money went into this so that what people can understand that they are good. So the common word you would hear from any Muslim person when it comes down to consumption of food is halal, right? And what is halal? It's like lifestyle by means of packaging, the wholesome and lawful or Sharia compliant, in which it entertains, satisfies, yet always never quite enough, and which operates by stimulating our appetitive soul for us soul faculty. So it's like it's all about like soul. Here, like halal is about the way of slaughtering animal when it comes down to food, but we're not going to go into like how halal works in every single aspect of things. But general definition, if you're going to go for wholesome, Sharia compliant, following the Islamic law of doing things, slaughtering animal, consuming products. And as Pakistan is founded on Islamic ideology, it is no wonder that the Islamic teaching is embedded in the society, and even countries' constitution, it requires international product to prove that they are making halal product before they can actually get the permit to sell and operate in the country. Well, in this ad, the world's biggest fast food chain restaurant completely focused on providing their product halal. They're trying to make sure all the viewers see that their way of operation is situated daily practices with the restaurants, everything is halal. Even though no citizen go into the restaurant and ask the McDonald's, hey, are you selling the halal product before consuming it? In Pakistan, you're not going to go into the McDonald's and ask the worker that is everything is halal before they put an order down. But still, McDonald's is going out of the way to making sure that you know it's halal, because the brand association with the culture abstract of its symbolism is what gives its core value. And consumers situation that they believe that their own existing concept and providing the brand with instructing values. So it's like you can think of it, a Muslim person in Pakistan want to consume halal, want to incorporate good Islamic practices in daily life, but also want to experience other culture, go out in the restaurants and all. This way, their intrinsic value, their internal desire to actually consume halal can lead them toward the consumption of McDonald's, as now they're aware that, okay, yeah, their product is halal. And so McDonald's is trying to integrate itself in the core concept of halalization, acquire a space in the society as a fetish commodity for halal consumption. Now it becomes an individual's responsibility to practice good citizenship and participate in civic moral duties. In this case, it's about being a good Muslim. So let's go back to slide. We do have halal concept. This is one of my favorite ads of all time, actually. And I was able to find subtitle for this one, but it's not going to be super accurate, but I think it will do.
आज भी अच्छाई हर
So for
तरफ
this one,
चमकती है.
since it has a subtitle, we're gonna watch, and it's just 1 minute. We're gonna watch all of it, and then you guys put down in the chat what you learned from it, what kind of symbolic value they are trying to present, and what's going on. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of background. This ad was released in Ramadan, and if you don't know it, Ramadan is a holy month, where Islamic holy month, where everyone practices all Islamic values and try to be good Muslims. So this is a very important time of the year, and this ad is actually what they're trying to sell here. Just look at this.
सवेरा मेरे तन बरसे कचरा अंधेरा तेरी चमकीला सजरा सवेरा मेरे तन बरसे कचरा अंधेरा तेरी चमकीला रंग रेजा रंग मेरा मन
जो हर अच्छाई रोशनी की तरह चमके तो पूरा आसमान रोशन हो जाए.
Okay, so what you guys learned from this one? I just put it down in the chat. Yeah, they're trying to do that too. Yes, the whole Sufi music in the background running, and the lyrics is it's not the start of the song, it's not the ending of the song, it's in the middle of it. They have only taken few part of it, and those part are all about cleansing your soul, all about being closer to God, all about just getting higher in like spiritual realm, basically. So they are trying to do that. And Ramadan is about cleansing your soul. Ramadan is about getting closer with God. And that's what they're trying to show. Yes, they are trying to integrate themselves in religious events. So this ad was viral too. Like, come on, after they made this ad and aired it, social media also shared it. Everyone was sharing it for free, right? Sharing it with people because they love this ad. And if you actually go on to it and read all the comments, people are still typing comments like my favorite ad of all time. And honestly, it is because why? The whole narration is about taking you on a journey, telling you that all the good that exists in the world, how people are helping each other. And all of it is just about that, right? So Islamic teaching goes beyond just the halal concept. Islam also talks about the certain concept known as shahwa, which means desire, or more accurately, craving. And the key factor in explaining this is the Islamic conception, shahwa, desire, craving, and this concept that can be explained of like consumption. And when talking about shahwa, Islam teaches you that you also have to understand itidal, which means balancing. So it's like balancing your desire. It's about you cannot go all out on spending and become just one-sided, you know. So there, shahwa and itidal goes together. It's about balancing desire, and that's what it's teaching you. So when there's such teaching exists in a society where they're telling you to balance it out, how the brand will actually advertise their commodity so that people can buy more, because that's how brand makes money. You buy more of it. So Shahwa and Tadal is about creating a soulful environment and fulfilling your spiritual needs, well-being of body, mind, and soul, right? When we look at this advertisement of Coca-Cola, what was it trying to do? Telling you about how you can achieve concept of body, mind, and soul. And it was telling you about how you can be closer to God, how you can actually be a really good Muslim. All the things that we saw in the ad, such as this guy getting shoe and then thanking God. What he's doing here? He's just thanking God. All his friends lifting up, all Coca-Cola basically giving a free Coke to everyone. And on top, you see these lanterns. Just I have lived in Pakistan for 18 years. Never in my life I have seen these lanterns fly up. Okay, never. But in the ad, they are flying up. Like people, it just seems like these lanterns are so common in Pakistan that everyone has it in their home, and whenever they are happy, they're just gonna light it up and let it go. And believe me, it's not like that. But in this one, we see lanterns going towards the sky, and in the background, Sufi music trying to set the mood, where it's saying, right, like it's increase your basically spirituality, or like how to explain it. The lyrics is more about like rise above and reach the spiritual go higher, and those kind of things. Those like those words are actually can be situated to those, and then lantern is telling you like, okay, you have to reach out and reach out to God and cleanse your soul. Okay, so intrinsic desire. of being a good Muslim, even just for showcase of it, in the society creates a favorable illusion of one's self-belief. And when presented with an opportunity to acquire those values through a consumption of some product, then it seems doable. And that's what the commodity or the brand is trying to do. They're trying to sell you that value. So it's like telling you that if by consuming this product, you can achieve these values. The whole advertisement done in Ramadan, released in whole mood, music, background music, Sufi music, all of it is just telling you exactly that you can consume these values just by buying Coca-Cola. They don't really give, and the ad go out and say, buy Coca-Cola, or buying Coca-Cola will do this and this to you. No, it's just showing you the whole thing. So three main aspects of this one is the navigator. That kid is wearing red t-shirt, and that kid is taking you on the journey. And that kid shows you every single good thing that is happening. So do good. That guy who gives up his shoe, turns away, we never see his face. It's about, oh, you have to do good, but don't expect anything in return. That's the concept they're trying to give out. And it exists in, I think, this concept also exists in other religions as well, that do good, but don't try to show off, right? That's what this guy is trying to do. Other is validator. When it shows that, okay, yeah, the good deed is good, that happiness on his face, that like validation that he's giving out, that yeah, I am happy because someone did this to me and I'm happy. So three characters are the main in this whole ad. And we already talked about music. So music is Sufism. If you guys already are aware of this genre of music, it's out of Arabic word, and this kind of music is very well known both in Pakistan, India, and also other Islamic country that share the same ideology or same similar cultures. So lastly, we're going to talk about branding invest. I don't think. Okay, I don't think I loaded this ad. So for this one, same thing. You guys watch this ad, then tell me what you learned. And this was also shot for Ramadan. It's a Coca-Cola ad for Ramadan, and then it was released in US and other European markets. So just watch it and tell me what you learned.
perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company.
All right, so what you guys think? Yeah, that's a really good catch, Kelly. That's great. So in the end, even though it was released in Ramadan, and it was basically all about telling you that, look, yeah, the Muslims are fasting from sunrise to sunset, but we don't have any kind of Sufi music going around in the background. We don't have anything even remotely going in the background that is we saw in the first one, right? And then here it says like sustain from eating and drinking from sunrise to sunset. This one particular information they gave out in the very beginning, because at the end, when we see when that girl gives the Muslim girl Coke and then she doesn't drink it, she waits for it. They are trying to explain that to the viewers, that what's happening, why she didn't drink it, like not so that viewers don't get into misconceptions. Viewers will start thinking like, oh, she is not accepting Coke from the other woman. They try to think, okay, yeah, I see what's happening. She's waiting for the sundown so that she can actually start drinking her Coke. Yeah. And one thing that I found very interesting is that, like, I lived in Pakistan, traveled a lot and all. Every Muslim that I met, when they're breaking fast, when they break fast with date, they first eat date. Everyone first eat date. That's the common practice. But in this one, she first drinks Coke and then eats date. So Coca-Cola is putting themselves first here. Is that like, okay, yeah, we are here. So that I found very interesting in that terms of what Coca-Cola was trying to do. So in the Western society, they uphold the democratic values and provide a sense of freedom to discover purpose and meaning of life, right? But this entertains the delusion of consumerism as well, such as such false beliefs as like for spending credit money to buy goods to impress people that you don't like. That's kind of consumerism exists everywhere. And intellectual consumption of fashion goods, and which also have socioeconomical value around the globe. Essentially, this all center of it is about fetishizing the lifestyle. But in this essence of reality, the economic system has made the consumption crucial medium of self-identity. So it's like you identify as what you consume. So fetishizing lifestyle and identity. Your lifestyle defines you. So it's like what kind of clothes you wear is how you wear it. If you're buying clothes from Hot Topic, you will see a person buying clothes, buying goods from Hot Topic is not going to go into a Banana Republic and buy clothes, right? If someone is doing that, I might not be aware of it, but like it's not going to be that easy to detect. So it's like people identify themselves as where they buy, what kind of style they have. So it's like all of your friends, if you look at it, everyone has different kind of style. But they all have similar or a circle where they identify themselves as much as such as people who like extreme sport. They are all going to have like extreme sports gear and those kind of group where they go out and practice those sports. So identity and lifestyle becomes a fetish object, which leads to consumerism. So in West, we are talking about that. In this particular ad, It's not trying to sell you Islamic values, it's not trying to tell you like if you are a good Muslim or you want to be a good Muslim, consume Coke. It's not about this. Basically trying to tell you about the freedom, they're trying to tell you about the society, they're trying to tell you about community. They are trying to tell you about the harmony between culture. Land of free. All culture can exist. Multiculturalism. So they're trying to fetishize that. They're trying to fetishize the community and culture. Here they are trying to challenge, in the liberal society, they're trying to challenge the conservative outlook. I think this ad, I'm not really sure when it was released particularly. 2018. So Coca-Cola released that in Netherlands in 2018. And it was also released other places as well. So I found it on this Netherlands channel. Previously, I used it, the one in US one, but they removed it. Well, so in 2018, they made this ad, and it's about fetishizing the community and celebrating the culture, different cultures. So the integration of the brand in already existing space of social interaction is the primary objective of the agencies, and even in Islamic society. Just by embedding itself with values and belief, and the blurred out understanding of Islamic teaching makes it easier to actually showcase these qualities in the brand and fetishize the halalization and halal process of living in the Islamic societies. Or this concept can also be put into view in other society, where in other religions and other societies as well, because the concept stays the same. So through brands are able to provide another socioeconomical experience to the consumer and an opportunity to refill and refresh also. The desire of being a good Muslim in such society takes priority, and it requires you to follow a certain way of living and represent yourself in certain lifestyle. Even though I think Pakistan is not super conservative, but it has strong values, and sense of religious values takes priority. So fetishizing of those values and allowing consumer to achieve those values by consumption of product makes it easier for brands to do it. So from my side, that was all. I will open it up for Q&A.